Hi everybody. We're just trying to do another video really quick because we're watching the videos that other people are putting out. We find them really encouraging, and we're kind of noticing there's some people we watch regularly, and they do different things that we find relevant to what we're trying to identify in the last days. But I think we're kind of getting to that's the point of this video. Is I think there's more than enough evidence that supports that we are seeing the culmination or the convergence of everything that's happening at the same time, but it's getting difficult. Like it's one thing to see it, it's another thing to kind of deal with everything, the spiritual warfare. And that's what we wanted to kind of talk about, is this time that we're living. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to identify it. I feel like we've kind of done that. We have identified that the convergence is taking place, and all the stuff that's happening in Jerusalem and everything else is definitely pointing to the end times. But have you contemplated what that means? Have you thought about, this is literally the most incredible time, the most decisive time in all of the created existence of humans. And it's very real that we are going to live to see that happen. So this spiritual warfare, it's intense because it is epic. This is an epic battle of good and evil, and
well,
boy, we feeling it.
I think what he means also is not like the people who are doing bad, you're not feeling it. You guys have plenty of money, your houses are fine. You guys who believe in Satan, who believe in all that stuff, nothing's happening to you. It's really, really funny how we see it down here, and we're over here struggling, still no furniture, still no money, and other people who have money and who have houses and are building and everything, they don't believe in God. And it really makes a lot of sense to me when I'm like, okay, well, if we're under attack, and some other people, a lot of you have commented and written us and said, I feel attacked, I know I can't get ahead. Pastor Tim Henderson's daughter commits suicide, or tries to commit suicide last night, and his transparency, I can appreciate that. He might be a little flamboyant at times, but he really got down to it. His daughter almost died last night, and he still praised God. And that's what God is trying to say. If Satan's going to go after Pastor Tim Henderson, who puts a post up every 2 hours, tries to kill their daughter, then what do you think is going to happen to you? So anything that's bad is not God. It is not Yahuwah saying, oh, this is what you get. God will never give you anything bad. Everything bad that's happening to you is because of Satan. And whatever you're doing something right. The more attacks that you have on your spirit and on your life right now, it's more for like you're being persecuted because of your faith in God, and that's what he asked, and that's what he warned us about, and they'll put you out, and they'll do things to you. So I think that a good lesson for everybody to help you get through this hard times, those of you that are going through your own personal tribulation, that the more you are, the more you're going to be taken up in the rapture, the more that God sees you and is aware that you're doing his works. So more power to you.
The Apostle Paul, when he was captured along with some of the other disciples, and the Romans, they said to him, hey, we just want you to shut up and we'll let you go. And he said, no way, we want to see Caesar. We want to see the king. And they beat them, and then they turned them loose, and they thought they were crazy. But what was Paul's words when he left was, they went out to the Mount of Olives and they counted themselves as lucky, fortunate to be mistreated in behalf of the name of Christ. So that's really what this is about. If you're on that side, you are making yourself a target, but it's for good reason. This is for an eternal inheritance. Think of that, eternal inheritance.
You don't ever have to worry about anything ever again.
Ever.
Okay, I'll deal with sleeping on the floor. I'll deal with my mirror that, oh man, I was like this mirror I've had, and I know to men, you guys don't get it, but girls, you'll get it. The mirrors that have little vanity lights around it that give you like the fresh light, so like if you wanted to get dressed up and do your makeup, it's very easy to do that because you had the best lighting. This mirror I have carried from like 5 houses, and it's sitting in the bathroom, and the window was closed, but my husband decided to open the window, and guess what went crashing down was this mirror. And I was like, what does that mean? Bad luck, bad luck? And I'm like, fine, then give me bad luck. It is what it is. What am I going to do? That's really it. There's nothing that I can do other than pray. And, I asked God. I did, and this is my personal account, but I asked God to give me a sign, and I was really, really upset. It was one night, I want to say a week ago, that I was sitting in bed, and I was just fed up because I wanted God to be able to tell me or acknowledge me. That's really all I wanted. I'm like, Yahuwah, if you hear me, if you see what I'm doing for you, if you hear my prayers, and if you're understanding me, give me something. Give me a flash in the sky. That's all I asked for. I go, I just want a flash in the sky. It's pitch black. I was laying in bed. It was 11 o'clock, and I was waiting for that light, and I never got it. Never ever got it that night, and I was super pissed off, and I was angry that he didn't give me a sign. So the next day, I went to the beach, and I just wanted to let go and not think about anything. And I was laying on the beach, and I was praying to God, and I was saying, why didn't you give me my sign? I don't understand. If it's just to show that you hear me, wouldn't you want me to know that you hear me? And next thing you know, I open my eyes, and I look up, and I kid you guys not, I kid you not, I saw an angel flying. It was right by the sun. You can't ever see anything by the sun. It was too bright. It was like noon. And the sun's literally right above me, and I open my eyes, and this winged creature, white winged creature, goes whoosh. So I'm watching it thinking, okay, where'd it go? Like, oh, the bird might show up, the bird might be up there or whatever. But where did it go? It disappeared. And so I was like, what? So Dawn's like, oh, and I told Dawn, I go, oh my gosh, I saw an angel, I saw an angel. I know it was an angel, I know I saw it, it was there, it was gone, that was it. And so this is really all I could put out. It was pointy on either end as if it was going fast. Its wings were not moving, it was as if it was soaring. And then it disappeared.
Like, just flying through the air.
So I was like, okay, so Dawn says to me, oh, I saw an angel, and I'm not kidding, I've never seen an angel before. I've ever seen an angel before. And he's like, well, what did it look like? So I told him, and he said, well, why don't you ask God to show you another one? I didn't feel like that was appropriate because I didn't want to push God. I didn't want to be like, hey, oh, now give me more, give me more. You know, I didn't want to be ungrateful for the one sign that I got, so I didn't do that. And so I sat there and I was talking to God like, oh, should I do that? Should I ask you for another sign? No, I'm not going to ask you for another sign because I think you've given me enough. I think that was plenty. And I opened my eyes and there's another angel. Whoop! Right across. And I'm like, ah! I saw it twice! Like I saw it twice and I couldn't believe it. And I kept screaming and I was praising Jehovah. Like, thank you so much, because it might not be in your timing. Your answers might not come when you want them to come, but when he wants them to come, he makes them known. And even if you don't ask, he's like, here, I'm still going to give it to you. So humble yourselves, brothers and sisters. Humble yourselves and ask God. You can pray to God for anything you need. He knows what you need before you ask, but he can't just give it to you. You have to ask for it. It's called free will, guys. Say, hey, Jehovah, pray right now. Jehovah, I need money. I told him the other day, we had rent due. And our rent, you know, it's not that much living in a box like this. It's not that expensive, especially in Mexico. But we didn't have it. We didn't have any money.
It seems like it gets harder and harder and harder as the days go by.
So we told Jehovah the other day that we need money. We need money. We need food. We didn't have any food. I was like, I don't know what to make. We didn't have anything.
Gas.
And we didn't have gasoline to get food. We didn't have anything. And then there was money. And there wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough to get us by what we needed. We got some food, and our rent's being paid today. We're really excited. And it's just, you have to ask God for what you need. And if what you need is your pain in your back to get better, then ask God to get the pain in your back better. He can do anything is possible through Jesus Christ. Anything is possible through the Creator. So my whole reason I wanted to do this video is we hear you. We know you guys are going through this. And
Same.
Those that aren't, you are lukewarm. God said you are lukewarm. You are neither hot nor cold. You're either with God and you're working for God and you're doing His bidding and you're saying, my life is to you, and you've repented and that's it. Or you're saying, no, I don't want to repent, and yada, yada, yada. There is no in-between, guys. There is no, well, I believe in God, but I don't know, I'm still going to go and do crack cocaine with my buddy on Sunday. Or I'm still going to treat my wife this way, or I'm still going to keep cheating on my husband, or I'm still going to keep stealing from my neighbor. Even though they believe in God. And even the people that I love, the people in my family, they think I'm nuts. They think that I'm just crazy, that I think that the rapture's coming, and these signs, Zoob, they're not going to happen for years. My mother, bless her heart, Mom, I know you believe in God, but you are lukewarm. And when you say things like, oh, that's not going to happen in our lifetime, you're getting too excited, oh, stop worrying about if your family's going to be saved, and I'm like, she is lukewarm. My own mother, who is like, I believe in God, I go to church every Sunday. Go and does church work.
And these are people who, from other times in their life, they should have seen these things about Jerusalem, about the 70-year prophecy, about the peace deal and the war in the Middle East, that it's Iran and Turkey, which is Rome, and Russia, which is Rush from the Bible. I mean, he says he's going to put a hook in their nose. Guess where they are? And so all these things coming around, Christians should be seeing this. It's in the Bible. If you know your Bible, you know this is in there, and it's not a coincidence.
I get really, really excited whenever I remember stuff that we're supposed to tell you guys about. But the Notre Dame Cathedral, I know everyone and their mother has heard about it, and it just happened 3 days ago. So everyone knows about the Notre Dame Cathedral, an old cathedral, the spire caught fire. But there's no cause. No one's saying what caused the fire, but presidents are putting up $500 million to redo it, although minor damage. Anyways, my whole point of what I'm trying to say about the cathedral is, there was a post today that was posted, I want to say a couple hours ago, and it said that the 12 apostles that were on the Notre Dame Cathedral were removed prior to the fire. So, if God can use anything out there to give you a sign.
I thought this was a good observation on her part.
He pulled God, whoever it was. It could be Satan, I don't know. But no matter what, someone pulled the 12 apostles, the 12 tribes of Israel, from the wreckage prior to the wreckage happening. So what do you guys think that means? Do you guys think that that's God's way of telling you that you're not going to be saved and that you're screwed? Or is that Yahuwah's way of saying, hey, 12 tribes of Israel, my 12 apostles have been removed from the fire. You will be taken up as if in the blink of an eye, like a thief in the night. You will be taken up into the clouds. What happened to the 12 apostles on top of the Notre Dame Cathedral? The mosque in Jerusalem caught fire same day.
Same day.
But no one talked about that.
Not just a mosque, the mosque at the Dome of the Rock.
Aqaba,
yeah. It's the one with the big gold top
the
by the railing wall.
And that one caught fire, and no one's talking about it. No one. There's another thing.
A big one in Michigan, same thing. It's a 100-year-old church. No, it was a church where Dutch lives. And then, the same, it was actually 2 days before. So I also didn't know that the big fire in Notre Dame, you may remember there was a big fire in a huge cathedral in downtown New York. And it was within 48 hours to the day of when the one in Paris happened. So these things, it's not a coincidence. If you understand the occult, it's not a coincidence. They're using this to try to energize what they're doing to create the maximum amount of subconscious impact so that we help them manifest the things that they're trying to create. So
God is real. Brandon thinks so too. So we come on in, little fluffy girl.
So yeah.
Pray to God, strong. Repent, you guys, and keep your faith. Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains, and we know that you guys have it. So this is just a little video of encouragement to keep you going, because for us, we needed it too. We needed encouragement. We're all in the same boat, literally. Ark, you get it, the ark. But things are happening. What's tomorrow's Passover, right?
Tomorrow is not just Passover. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the death of Christ, the memorial that he instituted with his apostles. Look it up because he says that you should keep doing this in remembrance of me. Unleavened bread and wine, you drink it as a way of remembering what Christ did for you. So look into that, and if it's something you can do, unleavened bread's really easy to make. The wine should be red and unadulterated.
We're going to get that today.
Yeah, we're going to do that and just have a little, remembrance.
Passover. Anyways.
A memorial celebration.
We encourage you guys all to do that, and we hope everyone is having a good day, and we hope that these words of encouragement really helped you. So God bless, and we'll see you guys next time.
Will do.